Bronze by gold, hear the hoof-irons steely ringing. Impertinent tintnin. Chips, picking chips off rocky thumbnail. Chips. Horrid and gold-flushed more. A husky fife-note blue. Blue, blue bloom is on the gold-pinnacled hair. A jumping rose on satiny breasts of satin. Rose of Castile. Trilling, trilling. Ay, Dolores. Peep. Who's in the peep of gold? Tink cried to Bronze in pity, and a call pure, long and throbbing, long and dying call. Decoy, soft word, but look, the bright stars fade. O Rose, notes chirruping answer, Castile, the morn is breaking. Jingle, jingle, jaunted jingling. Coin rang, clock clacked. Avowal, sonnet, I could, rebound of garter, not leave thee. Smack, la cloche, thigh smack, avowal, warm, sweetheart, goodbye. Jingle, blue. Boomed crashing chords. When love absorbs, war, war, the tympanum. A sail, a veil, a wave upon the waves. Lost, throstle fluted, all is lost now. Horn, haw horn, when first he saw, alas. Full tup, full throb, warbling, allure, alluring. Martha, come! Clap, clop, clip, clap, clappy, clap. Good God, he nev her heard in all. Deaf ball pat, brought pad, knife took up. A moonlight night call, far, far. I feel so sad. P.S. So lonely, blooming. Listen. The spiked and winding cold sea horn. Have you the each and for other plash and silent roar? Pearls when she lists rhapsodies. Hiss. You don't? Did not. No, no. Believe. Lid, lid. With a cock, with a cara. Black. Deep sounding. Do, Ben, do. Wait while you wait. He, he. Wait while you he. But wait. Low in dark middle earth, embedded ore. Namane damane, all gone, all fallen. Tiny, her tremulous fern foils of maiden hair. Amen, he gnashed in fury. Fro, to, fro, a baton cool, protruding. Bronze Lydia by minor gold. By bronze, by gold, in ocean green of shadow, bloom, old bloom. One wrapped, one tapped, with a cara, with a cock. Pray for him, pray good people. His gouty fingers knackering. Big Ben, Big Ben Ben. Last rose, Castile, of summer, left bloom. I feel so sad, alone. Pwee. Little wind, piped we. True men, lid care, cow, de and all. Aye, aye, like you men. Will lift your chink with chunk. Oh. Where bronze from an ear, where gold from afar, where hoofs. Crandle. Then, not till then, my epitaph be frit. Done. Begin. Bronze by gold, Miss Douce's head by Miss Kennedy's head, over the cross-blind of the Ormond bar, heard the vice-regal hooves go by, ringing steel. "Is that her?" asked Miss Kennedy. Miss Douce said yes, sitting with his ex, pale grey, and O'Donnell. "Exquisite contrast," Miss Kennedy said. When all agog, Miss Douce said eagerly, "Look at the fella in the tall silk." "Who? Where?" Gold asked more eagerly. "In the second carriage," Miss Douce's wet lips said, laughing in the sun. "He's looking. Mind till I see." She darted Bronze to the backmost corner, flattening her face against the pane in a halo of hurried breath. Her wet lips tittered. "He's kilt looking back," she laughed. "All wept. Aren't men frightful idiots?" With sadness. Miss Kennedy sauntered sadly from bright light, twining a loose hair behind an ear. Sauntering sadly, gold no more, she twisted, twined a hair. Sadly she twined in sauntering, gold hair behind a curving ear. "It's them has the fine times," sadly then she said. A man. Blue who went by Moulang's pipes, bearing in his breast the sweets of sin, by wine's antiques, in memory bearing sweet sinful words, by Carol's dusky battered plate, for Raoul. The boots to them in the bar, them barmaids came. For them, unheeding him, he banged on the counter his tray of chattering china, and, "There's your teas," he said. Miss Kennedy, with manners, transposed the tea tray down to an upturned Lydia crate, safe from eyes, low. "What is it?" Loud Boots unmannerly asked. "Find out," Miss Douce retorted, leaving her spying point. "Your beau, is it?" A haughty Bronze replied, "I'll complain to Mrs. Demacia and you if I hear any more of your impertinent insolence." Impertinent. Bootsnout sniffed rudely as he retreated as she threatened as he had come. Bloom. On her flower frowning, Miss Douce said, "Most aggravating that young brat is. If he doesn't conduct himself, I'll wring his ear for him a yard long." Ladylike in exquisite contrast. "Take no notice," Miss Kennedy rejoined. She poured in a teacup tea, then back in the teapot tea. They cowered under their reef of counter, waiting on footstools, crates upturned, waiting for their teas to draw. They poured their blouses, both of black satin, 2 and 9 a yard, waiting for the teas to draw, and 2 and 7. Yes, bronze from anear, by gold from afar, heard steel from anear, hooves ring from afar, and heard steel hoofs ring hoof ring steel. "Am I awfully sunburnt?" Miss Bronze unbloused her neck. "No," said Miss Kennedy. "It gets brown after. Did you try the borax with the cherry laurel water?" Miss Douce half stood to see her skin askance in the bar mirror, gilded lettered, where hock and claret glasses shimmered, and in their midst a shell. "And leave it to my hands," she said. "Try it with the glycerine," Miss Kennedy advised. Bidding her neck and hands adieu, Miss Douce, "Those things only bring out a rash," replied, reseated. "I asked the Elfogy and Boyd's for something for my skin." Miss Kennedy, pouring now full-drawn tea, grimaced and prayed, "Oh, don't remind me of him, for mercy's sake!" "But wait till I tell you," Miss Douce entreated. Sweet tea, Miss Kennedy having poured with milk, plugged both to her ears with little fingers. "No, don't!" she cried. "I won't listen!" she cried. "But Bloom?" Miss Douce grunted in snuffy Fogy's tone. "For your what?" says he. Miss Kennedy unplugged her ears to hear, to speak, but prayed again, "Don't let me think of him, or I'll expire, the hideous old wretch, that night in the ancient concert rooms." She sipped distastefully her brew, hot tea, a sip, sipped sweet tea. "Here he was," Miss Douce said, cocking her bronze head 3/4, ruffling her nose wings. "Hoffa, hoffa!" Shrill shriek of laughter sprang from Miss Kennedy's throat. Miss Douce huffed and snorted down her nostrils that quivered impertinent like a shout in quest. "Oh!" shrieking, Miss Kennedy cried, "will you ever forget his goggle eye?" Miss Douce chimed in deep bronze laughter, shouting, "And your other eye!" Blue Who's dark eye read Aaron Figatner's name. Why do I always think fig gather? Gathering figs, I think, and Prosper Laurie's Huguenot name. By Bassie's Blessed Virgins, Bloom's dark eyes went by. Blue-robed, white under, come to me. God they believe she is, or goddess, those today. I could not see. That fella spoke, student, after with Daedalus' son. He might be Mulligan, all comely virgins. That brings those rakes of fellas in, are white. By went his eyes, the sweets of sin. Sweet are the sweets of sin. In a giggling peal, young gold-bronze voices blended. Douce with Kennedy, "Your other eye!" They threw young heads back, bronze, giggle gold, to let free fly their laughter, screaming, "Your other!" signals to each other, high piercing notes. "Ah!" panting, sighing, "Ah!" for done, their mirth died down. Miss Kennedy lipped her cup again, raised, drank a sip, and giggled. Miss Douce